Hello and welcome to episode 3 of Burned Hope. I'm sure you guys were a little bit pissed at me for the way I ended the last episode, but it made you come back here, didn't it? So it worked. You gotta take a note page from the TV playbook occasionally and leave them on a cliffhanger. Thank you so much for joining us. As a reminder, we are playing in the Daggerheart system, using the In Time of Brimstone campaign frame published by Underground Oracle Publishing. This is kind of a sneak peek. You will see lore and things in this that are different from the campaign frame itself. Yeah, I did that. Come fight me. You can't, because guess what? I'd have to fight myself. I wrote it. So it's all fine. Catch us here every other Tuesday. If you want to catch us live. Otherwise, all of the VODs are going to be on Paracosm Entertainment YouTube channel at Paracosm Entertainment Live that you can check out at any time, including other fantastic series like Villains by the Hour, and I think at this point I've maybe mentioned a few others. I don't know if I have announced the Halloween one that you should keep an eye out for, or the Christmas one you should keep an eye out for. But there's that. And we're just gonna jump right into what you guys were pissed off at me for probably skipping out on telling you about last time. So we ended with Cass slowly putting their hands on top of Aluda's hands that they've offered you. And as you get closer to their palms, you start feeling that same sort of like resonance, almost like it, not quite music because it's not audible, but like you start feeling it in your bones. It feels very familiar. It feels very... You're not familiar with the feeling of home and comfort very much. You were for a little bit in the cult before you were disillusioned and you figured out what was going on, but it feels almost like that singing through your bones as you finally fully touch their palms. And what you see is their eyes flash and stay that opalescence color, and then you get pulled into somewhere. What Marlowe and Goose Goose sees is that Cass's eyes also goes that full color and stays that color, and they're just standing there like that. Cass, you fall into a place that seems like you're floating in stars and like little bits of moving bioluminescence, like all around you. You don't really feel yourself standing on anything, but you are standing in that same position with your palms on top of the palms of Aluda as she's standing there, and she goes, "Oh, child, you are once blessed and twice guided."
What does that even... Where the fuck am I?
Oh, you are untrained, aren't you?
No shit.
This is where we can go to ask our questions, to receive the visions that we wish to see, to be guided in our inquiries. We can control what we see. We can control the visions, the dreams, however they may bless us in their presentation. But what I mean when I say you are once blessed and twice guided is I mean once blessed in that you are of our family line. You have these visions, this ability to guide if you want it, and twice blessed, or once blessed, twice guided. The blessings are guided through the questions that you ask, but also it seems like you're receiving some guidance from an outside source. I can't quite see them, but and you realize as you're looking at them that they don't have any of the coverings that they had in the tent itself. Like, you can see a lot more of them, and as you realize that and you look down at where your hands are on top of their hands, you're realizing you're also a lot less covered. They can see all the like little deformities that have started to happen to you.
Don't Please don't look at me.
It's not anything to be afraid of. It means something has reached out to you. I know it's likely not your choice because you did not know how to prevent it, but it's not something you have to be afraid of.
I'm not meant... What do you mean I'm not meant to be afraid of it? What do you mean?
And you see that she recognizes the like almost fear in your voice. I am sorry that you've had to go through this without having a teacher, but it's not something to be afraid of. You can use it. You can guide it. It can provide you with whatever answers you might be looking for.
Well, it is something to be afraid of, because all I have ever known at this point is knowing that whatever is happening to me, and she shows particularly what's happening to her hands, and that whatever is happening to me is not meant to happen. And all I see is someone who can do exactly the same thing that apparently I'm meant to be supposed to do, and you don't have this. So what am I supposed to do with that?
You see, she keeps one hand with touching your palm, and she reaches up one hand and stops right before touching your forehead and goes, "May I?" And she kind of like just taps right there in the middle of your forehead between your eyes. And what you remember is that last bit of vision you had, the one full of hope, the one full of the possibility of a future, of a tomorrow, of something that you can do for that hope, some way to get to that hope. I know that whatever entity has decided to use you as a bridge to those who cannot hear, that is a risk we take. Beings often try to use us in that way. You were not taught how to defend yourself against that, and I grieve for that. I can teach you how to control these. It's not something to be afraid of, and you can keep, and she again doesn't quite touch you, but just kind of like hovers over it. You can keep these if you want to, but if you don't, I can help you lessen them.
I can get rid of them?
I can't promise that they'll be fully gone, but we can see what we can do. I can help dial them back some. How much depends on how powerful the being trying to use you as a bridge is.
I'd like to try.
We can definitely do that. Now, I know this space can be unsettling in the first few times, but if you will allow me while I'm here to help the cluster, I would like to help you learn how to control this sin.
Cass pauses for a second, genuinely. This is the first time she's ever met anybody who can functionally help, or at least understand what's happening. And she pauses for a second because there's still that level of suspicion that she's very, very used to. And there's a part of her that wants to say something very, very mean, and she manages to hold it back and doesn't. But you see for a second, it's about to bite, and she's like, "Fine, if you can teach me, then do it."
And I think, as you say, "Fine, if you can teach me, you do it," and where she had tapped her forehead, she goes back to touching both of your palms. I think that, again, it's not audible, but that like almost singing through the palms and like resonating between the two of you, that feeling of home happens again. And you can see, like, she doesn't say anything, but you can see something like click together in her head, because you're both like face to face with her. And she goes, "Let us return so we can." And you come back to, and you're still standing in that space with your palm to her palm.
I'm not gonna lie, I feel like, I feel like immediately, like, Cass is about to pass out or throw up. Like, that was the first time that's ever happened. She's just like,
And I think you give me an instinct roll.
As usual, the gnarly one is the bad one. Okay.
Is that 2 sixes? I think that's double sixes, so it's crit.
Double sixes, yeah, crit.
So crit. So, I'm gonna clarify first. Do you feel faint or do you feel sick?
I think feel faint, not sick.
And as you kind of start feeling that sense of like weakness, and you almost start losing your light.
When you stand up too fast,
and you get a little dizzy.
Your head like that, yeah.
You start to like one of your knees kind of gives out a little bit, almost like you're having trouble with your balance. And I think what you see flash across her face, is again something you're not super familiar with. It's genuine concern. Maybe maternal concern, as she kind of like moves without thinking and like catches you.
Thank you. Please stop touching me.
I apologize. And again, when she caught you, that same like resonance of like home like moved through you.
You can see, I think that Goose would probably get this more than anyone else. Like, there is definitely like a push-pull about it, where Cass is like, don't touch me, don't come near me, but is probably more close to Alonda than she's been to anyone other than Goose for a while.
And she takes like a step back and does that bow again. I apologize. I did not mean to touch without your consent.
It's okay. And this time Cass does do like a little like, it's okay.
And I think up to that point, because you rolled quick, so I'm going to allow you to still see this too. Up until that point, with the interaction between you and her, she completely forgot there were other people in this tent. And you see the moment she realizes it, and she looks at Marlo, and you see where she has only shown you kindness and concern and like genuinely wanting to help you. You see something harden in her look, like she is pissed off when she looks at Marlo when you guys come back from the vision.
I give her a big ol' shit-eating grin back.
Cass, do you mind taking your sibling Goose Goose to grab something from the cave first?
I would rather not be here after I think Cass got that look. I was like, actually, no, you can do whatever you would like, Alonda.
Yeah, please, if you would like to return in the morning, we can begin your training then.
Yes, I'd love that. I would absolutely love that. Goose, let's go. Let's go find where Valkan is.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah. Goose has just been there drawing the entire time. We're keeping notes of everything that's happening for, the future generations.
I think as soon as you all leave the tent, Marlo, I need you to make me an agility reaction roll.
Oh, good. I'm so good at those. Agility, you say? I add nothing to that, so that is a 13.
Yeah, so that's not quite enough. I will say you see it coming, but you cannot dodge it. She just starts whacking on you, and like not trying to like injure you, but just like whacking on you. She's like, "Why didn't you tell us you found our daughter, you idiot!"
Wait, what? What? Wait, ours?
Did you? I told you in the letter. I thought that's why you came to get me when the thing happened. Yeah, our daughter. That's our daughter. You. And you can see there's so many bad words she wants to say right now.
I didn't know.
Did you not read the letter?
How did we? Which letter? Oh shit! And Marlo turns over their backpack and starts shaking all of the books and like random pieces of paper out of it. And at the very, very bottom, underneath like a battered copy of Animal Farm is like a scrap of like a recognizable envelope that is now just like stained and probably, I guess, still has like a stamp on it.
Yeah. It's like, you didn't open the letter. You never read.
Look, there were dragons. Okay.
Okay. Well, I explained this in the letter, but I guess we're gonna do this in person. So you remember like the time before the dragons attack where I snuck into the above ground and we went to that one festival, we like had a lot of fun and got drunk.
Very, very fondly. That was...
Yeah. So
Right, not the point.
we have a kid from that.
Oh. Marlowe like looks towards the tent door where Cass left and back and just...
And when the dragons attacked, I had left the letter a month beforehand because I was getting to the point where, I should probably go to the surface while that pregnant to let you know what was going on. And then in everything that happened with the dragon, our house got destroyed, everything happened, someone snatched them out of my arms, and I lost track of them in the crowd running from the dragons. I thought you knew we had a child. I thought that's why you were so understanding about my depression when I first got to the cluster.
Oh, I just thought, like the rest of us, you were dealing with losing millions of people, not someone...
I was dealing with losing our daughter, Telny!
Well, she does, I guess, go by Cass now. I have been calling her Cassandra.
Now she has visions and dreams, and she's had no training and no one to guide her or teach her. And you could see... I think you've only seen Alita, like, panic, anxiety, almost, like, maybe 2 or 3 times. The first time was when she first found you in, like, the chaos of the dragons, before you all, like, established a cluster and kind of got safe. I think the second time was, like, the first dragon attack, and it was more kind of, almost seemed like more PTSD triggered than anything else.
Marlowe kind of grabs her hand and pulls her down to sitting and begins just, like, the things that they know help at least somewhat, which I'd like to say are like kind of tracing some of these scars and the patterns left on like her forearms, and sits her down and just looks very seriously in her face. My love, I swear to you, I had no idea that we had a child, much less that she would be as gifted as you are.
She's so scared, Marlo. She's so scared, and she's so lost, and she doesn't understand what's happening.
I know.
It's not something to be... It's something beautiful, and I named her Warrior Guide.
I don't know everything, but when she and Goose arrived, they were in a very bad shape. And Velkan and I made sure that they were welcomed and stayed. And Erica did not take particularly kindly to that, but it was literally the least I could do, and now I wish I had done more.
How do we tell her? How do we tell her? She can't not know about her powers, but like...
She needs... Well, you know what that I say need is a very strong word. I do think that she needs to understand where her power comes from and how to control it in some way, and well, it looks like we both have apprentices now.
It's not just the normal visions, though. Something is trying to push them on her. She's not prepared to defend herself. She's been left alone.
If there is anyone who can teach her quickly and provide her safety and security, it's you. I believe in you.
I think you've never seen her like so unsure about the path forward, because like whenever she's had a question about it, you've seen her just like go into one of her trances and like ask questions and read the auguries and like know like if we did this is likely to happen, if we did, and then like as a group everyone's made a decision. But you just see her like kind of put her hands in her head and she's like she's so afraid of everything. That makes her special.
I've been wrong about this before, or this kind of thing, but I don't know if she needs to hear that she came from us. I don't know that she would accept that we are parents because she's been without us her entire life. And framing it in that way might do more harm than good.
I swear to God, if I ever find out who took her, they're gonna wish they died at the Dragons.
Oh, I am going to write the most vicious satire about them. You know I can't actually stab anyone or do anything. That's not really...
I think you see her taking a deep breath and like hold it and just kind of like pat you. And just, I know.
I look, it would not be as meaningful if I said that I was going to kill them also, so I'm going to do what I can to make sure that whoever took her is remembered for all time as a piece of shit.
I'm not gonna kill them myself. I'm gonna torture them in their dreams until they kill themselves.
You are very good at that, that's true. You know,
she just like pours more tea into a cup of that already had enough tea, but like fills it to the brim and just like fully like downs it without stopping.
You know, they're probably going to be looking for Velcon for a long time.
I think she just kind of gives you a look and then like raises an eyebrow and you see a smile spread, and then we're gonna cut over to Cass and Goose Goose as they look for Velcon.
Just to clarify, remember the last time that happened and what the product of that was anyway?
Getting a sister. Or brother.
Cass, you just muted yourself.
No, that was worth it because yeah, Cass is walking away. Just I think what's the name of that finger who had the
Oh yeah, the one that you made friends with.
yeah. Cass is not going to Velcon first. Cass is going to Gur to be like, can I find her?
I mean, she's pretty noticeable. She's pretty big, and she's sky blue, so she's very noticeable as a team.
Wonderful. Cass is gonna go. Can you give me like a second, just like 5 seconds? Give me a moment. Walking up to Gur. Do you have any more of that stuff that burned when it went down?
You mean the stuff that Carl makes?
Yes.
I mean, yeah. And this time what she holds out is more like a jar, and it is more of a gray thing that's liquid in it, and it has a little bit of like floating bits in it. This one actually probably burns more than the last one.
Right, I will take it. How much to make my brain stop hurting?
Probably a sip.
Oh, wonderful. And I'm gonna take like a solid gulp. It's not a sip, it's a gulp. I'm just like
I'm gonna need you to roll me a strength reaction roll.
I can absolutely do that for you. I'm not sorry. And that's a +2 on strength.
Okay, so what? That's a 5 and an 8.
15 altogether.
Yeah. So I think for a moment you know that feeling where like you kind of almost lose focus in your vision for a second, like it goes a little hazy and then it has to like come back. I think that happens for a moment and you feel like a little wobble. Edgar just kind of laughs and, be careful, that stuff will make you blind.
It was, honestly, at this point, that's the least of my worries, girl. Thank you so much. Anyway, Goose, you good?
Goose, I think, probably has turned their back to you at this point. Not for like any negative reasons. They've just been told we're looking for Velcon, so they're gonna start doing that. You said take a second. They haven't moved. They're here. But we're looking, and probably you just hear a honk honk.
Velcon doesn't know the honk. You have to say the name.
Velcon honk honk.
Fine, we can live with that. We can deal with that.
Honk honk, Velcon honk honk. Just all through the camp.
No one hears Feet Wild, but if you did, the honk honk actually is Velcon. That was why they gave you a confused look. They're like, but I was.
That was the name. Because yours is more of a honk honk, and then his is a honk honk, and then Marlo was a honk honk. Different.
Cass is just a shriek.
I think coming into the cave, you see, we'll say Ginger Snap. He's the flower fairy with just one arm is gone. I don't know if Goose has seen the fact that Ginger Snap is missing an arm at this point.
Did you trample the flowers? Did they take that from you when you trampled them?
Oh,
Did you
Dragon
what?
took that before I stabbed them in the eye.
Oh, I talked to flowers and they said that people had trampled them. And
Yeah.
I told them that I had friends that were like flowers. I meant you.
Oh, yeah. Did you talk to the golden poppies?
What the fuck are the golden poppies?
I mean, they were pretty and they vibe.
Yeah, you didn't like, I don't know, like lick them or eat them or anything like that?
I sniffed them and I read some stories with them. They were really good listeners.
And Cass, I think you see her trying to like sort something out in her mind. She goes, you should be okay.
No, Ginger Snap, back. What do the golden poppies do? Cass is how big is Ginger Snap again?
Like 3 feet.
Cool, wonderful. That means that at 5 feet tall, Cass is still bigger, and Cass is going to go and loom over Ginger Snap in the most terrifying way imaginable. Go, Ginger Snap, I'm gonna be honest with you. I've had a really rough day. Really rough day. And she's going to take off her goggles and weaponize the bony appendages around her eyes where she looks a little bit insane. And just go, I'm gonna need you to tell me immediately what the golden poppies do.
Give me a presence check.
Cool. She's got a -1 in presence, so this might go really badly.
Too bad.
Still decent. Yeah, it's 13.
Yeah, so I think you see kind of like a smirk happen. You almost hit it, so I'll give you a little bit. She doesn't seem intimidated by you. In fact, you kind of hear like the kick up of wings, and she comes to like eye height of you as like what you thought were like petals or leaves of some sort on her back kind of like kick up as if they are wings, and she kind of comes to eyeball height with you. Sweet that you think after getting my arm bitten off by a dragon that you would be scary to me. But for your information, golden poppies for fairies, if consumed, act like, you know, alcohol does for you and most of the other humanoids. And considering Goose is like minor-ish, probably a good thing they didn't consume them.
Okay. So probably fine for Goose specifically.
I mean, Goose is a fairy, so if you want to get them high, drunk, or equivalent, sure.
Oh, No, I don't want to get my little sibling who can't be trusted drunk or high or etc. No, I don't.
That's why I specifically asked if they ate.
So if I eat golden poppies, I can be high, drunk, and
Fine.
etc.
You'll die.
What is the condition of etc.?
No, you'll die. If you eat golden poppies, you will in fact pass away, right, Ginger Snap?
I think she like floats, like flies over to and lowers down to be like eye level with Goose Goose. You know how you say Marlowe is old and doesn't know what he's talking about?
Yeah.
He doesn't know what he's talking about because he gets drunk. You don't want to get drunk.
Oh, okay.
Don't be like Marlowe.
Don't. Is taking
Fucking
notes.
rude.
It was just a drawing of Marlowe and then a big X through it.
Yeah. You can be a storyteller like Marlowe, but don't go down that rabbit hole.
The fuck did I ever do
Hey,
to Ginger Snap?
we can't go down rabbit holes.
You can go down a literal rabbit hole, but what I mean is don't eat golden pops.
Cass is gonna, after this,
Poppy's picture
all is
X.
forgiven. Cass is immediately like putting her hand down to give Ginger Snap a little fist bump.
And I think very like subtly as she like settles back down to her 3 feet, she kind of like puts it back. And Cass can tell, Goose can't tell this, but Cass, you can tell the way they presented that information was to get Goose to understand not to do it, because it's like fairy to fairy, I know how fairies think kind of thing. It wasn't to be like boo on getting drunk or anything, but you probably like clocked that she clocked that wherever Goose was, there's golden poppies.
Yes. Yeah. Cass, all is forgiven with Ginger Snap. One-armed Ginger Snap. Cass will later say, sorry about the arm.
Yeah, Ginger Snap, have you seen Velcan? He's not responding to my honk honks.
We went with the scouting party that you were a part of looking for you.
So
if he's not
Motorcycle Dave found me.
If he's not with y'all, he's probably still with the scouting party doing the scouting thing.
When's he gonna be back?
Probably in the morning.
Okay, cool. We need to go to bed, Goose.
What about Velcan?
Well, if Velcan is scouting, then Velcan will come back when they've stopped scouting.
Okay, look, I'm gonna watch.
I'm gonna kneel down to Goose height and just go. Sometimes we leave the tent because Marlowe is about to get their shit rocked, and as much as I would enjoy seeing that in real time, I had a lot of things going on that day. So we get to see what happens after Marlowe gets their shit rocked the day after, and then one day maybe I will explain to Velcan that in fact I am, what was the word? Once blessed, twice guided was the words used.
Yeah, that whole conversation just whoop.
Yeah, and honestly, I prefer it that way. Let's go to bed, okay?
But can I look out for Velcan? I'll come to bed later.
I think
supposed to watch.
You feel Ginger Snap pat you on your shoulder, Goose, and she goes, "Don't worry, I got it. I got it, Goose. He's one of mine scouts. I got it. Don't worry. You can take over in the morning if you want to keep an eye out for him."
Okay, because he said that I'm supposed to watch out, so I'm gonna watch out.
You can take the morning shift. Go
Okay.
get some sleep. Like falls asleep.
Like immediately, like the bed can't always nearby. It's just okay, Cass. Oh,
Yeah, Cass is gonna pick up Goose to go to like what seems like a manageable campsite and just put them in somewhere more comfortable.
Yeah, and I mean, in the cave, you do see like bedrolls and some private spaces set up for that, that you can go and sleep in while they sort out everything. And with that, we'll go ahead and speed through to the morning, to dawn. Velcan, would you have waited for dawn to fully happen to start moving the group back to the cluster, or would you have moved at false dawn?
You said false dawn?
Yeah, so that weird gray that happens right before the sun comes up.
Probably that weird gray.
So I would say then by the time the sun is like fully past the horizon, you've made it back up there. With again, whatever you want to say you were able to carry from what you found, there's more there that you can go and show them where to find it. And I think at that point, Goose being very literal to their word, is there
determined
at dawn
Yes.
to watch for Velkan.
Do you see him, Pidgey?
Hey, fuck!
No. Velkan is not doing that. Velkan is scouting. Do you say scouting?
Count!
Oh, that's better than what you were saying. You're just gonna keep that lookout, like, all right, and then occasionally hits you with it goes out with a honk honk.
Hong Hong?
Honk honk! Honk honk! And we'll like go run to wake up Marlo and Cass, and would try to wake up Marlo, assuming that they were still in the tent and or in the cave, and then figure out they're in the tent, and it's just like, oh no, and then we'll just continue to wait with Pidgey.
To clarify, realize Marlo's in the tent does not
Does not go to the tent at all. Is one of those looks around, break pieces together, not here, does not go looking.
Okay, I think you find Cass passed out, which is unusual. You don't often actually see your sibling like asleep.
Yeah, they usually are watching. I'm gonna Pidgey, make sure that she's okay. And then just leave Pidgey with Cass. And then we're just gonna, go try to meet up with Velkan, because we gotta see how the scouts did, and if they need any help. And I've been watching really good, I promise. I've been up since the sunrise.
And I think Velkan, as you're coming to the flat part that leads up to the gate, you see an excited Goose come out, like, yay, Velkan!
Goose. You're up early.
Yeah, I was watching.
Very good. You know if Erica is around, we have more people to be found. And we need to talk about gathering a few people to collect some of the things we found.
I want to help. Pidgey and I are really good at collecting things. But I can show you where Erica is. She's somewhere around here.
Okay. As for Jordan, I have no problems. However, considering you are previously gone and Cass seem very anxious to recover you, I believe we should probably let her know first.
She's sleeping. We can't wake her up. I mean, you if you want to wake her up, you can, but I don't see her sleep like this, and so Pidgey's watching her. But I'm not gonna try.
Yeah. Do I know it's weird for Cass?
I don't know that you would have direct knowledge to be like, Cass doesn't sleep or rarely sleeps. I think you begin to like kind of realize you both see them up really early and really late a lot of time when you're like coming and going from your scouting patrols. So it's a little weird that it's like already dawn and they're not up.
Did you all stay up very late last night, or?
No, they wouldn't let me stay up.
They wouldn't let. Did you sleep, Goose?
Yes, I slept. I slept for a whole many hours. But Cass is sleeping, and we went. Marlo, I think, is sleeping, and we'll just point out at the tent. But I haven't confirmed, and I don't really want to confirm. But if you'd like to check, you certainly can. There's a lady in there who has said some confusing things.
What do you mean there's a... I'll ask him later.
And then maybe you can explain it to me then.
You know, Marlo's much more better with words than I am.
Yeah, but I was told that Marlo is drunk.
Marlo drunk.
Mm-hmm. And that's why I'm not supposed to get drunk. It's because I'm not supposed to act like Marlo.
That is very wise.
Mm-hmm.
You are wise to follow that.
Thank you.
Well, okay. We'll go find Erica. We're going to check on Cass, see how they're doing, and let them know if we can't wake them up because they're just that tired. We'll leave a note, and you can join us.
I'll be good.
I know you will. Like I told you, keep an eye out, be very watchful. Just like that. Erica! I'll go start looking for her.
So,
Honk, honk.
as you're looking for Erica, Cass, you feel tiny feet almost like tap dancing on your face, and you realize you actually fell asleep. You actually fell asleep for once, and you feel little tap dancing on your face, and then a couple of taps. And on fluttering and landing on your chest is Biddy.
Where are they?
Count? They fuck.
Oh my god!
What?
And then they just kind of like flutter and land a couple feet away, and then like hop and turn around and look at you.
Can I try and catch Pidgey in midair? Like, you know, like... just...
You can. I will say you do recognize this, because often where you're like, where are they? They have used this to kind of like lead you, because you don't have wings, you can't fly.
Oh no, I need more context. Just a...
Okay, give me a agility roll to see if you can catch Pidgey.
I think I can do this. The odds are up in my favor. 19.
They just, you catch them and they like struggle a little bit. Honk, honk! Honk, honk!
Who fucks Pidgey?
They fuck. Honk, honk! Honk, honk, count! Honk, honk!
I'm gonna try and put my fingers around their beak.
Honk, honk!
Don't struggle. Give me context.
He doesn't speak full sentences, you know this. He only speaks the words he's taught.
I need more words. You have them. I know you do.
They like kind of turn their heads so like their two eyes are looking at you. Are you still holding their beak shut?
I've opened it slightly.
Honk, 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 honk!
Goose would definitely come running if they hear this.
What I see is this.
And then, it's across the cave, just... This is Goose's evil moment at Cass of just...
Pidgey told me someone's fucking.
That is not me!
Which I don't know if it's better or worse.
Someone is, though. At least someone's having a good morning.
You let Pidgey go. They don't like that. And did they give you consent to hold their beak shut? Did they give you consent to be holding them like this? You're not supposed to touch people the way they don't like.
Did Pidgey give me consent to standing on my face and telling me that someone was fucking?
They were guarding you.
Oh, and that's
It is different. You
Was it
said it
Pidgey?
yesterday. And they would apologize if they could, but then you snatched them and covered their mouth. Isn't that right, Pidgey? You can say sorry.
Are you still keeping their beaks
No, I've
closed?
thrown Pidgey. It's like fine.
I think they fluttered and then landed on Goose's head.
Thanks,
They ruffled the feathers and coo.
I'll remember this bird.
Hey, you know that's a derogatory term. You can't be using that around here. Some of us are birds.
And some of us have names of birds. And remember what I'm named after? Remember when we looked that up?
Yeah, you're a scary mean bird.
Yeah. And Pidgey needs to remember.
No, Pidgey needs to come with me and Velcan, because we're gonna go get stuff.
Found Beltman. Oh,
Uh-huh.
thank God. Thank God. Yeah,
I
great.
think Pidgey turns around on Goose's head before you can leave and does kind of like that kicking backwards thing at Cass and then flies off.
And because Cass is not a bird fae, but grew up with bird fae, Cass will do a kind of back in the way that a cassowary would do in this situation.
And I think you find Velcan with Pidgey just like hanging out on one of their horns.
Hello, Pidgey.
Now,
Count.
and they like hop to the other horn. Count.
2.
Hops to the other horn.
Count.
Where's Marlo?
Fuck.
Oh, right. I heard about that.
Oh, I get it now, and I wish I didn't.
Imagine my surprise. That's the first thing I find out about Marlo when I get back.
There's other things. There's other things, but that is I'm not even dealing with it. Gara, do you have any more of that stuff?
I think Gur is like starfished and upside down by what was the fire in the cave and is just loudly snoring and it's like reverberating a little bit in the cave.
Can I visibly see the grey liquid?
I mean, they handed you a jar, whatever you did with it.
Oh, cool. So that was mine. Great. I'm just taking it a step like. Oh.
You have any more visions?
No, worse.
What do you mean worse?
There's more of us.
There's more Cassis.
There's more people who have visions. Yeah.
What do you mean exactly?
How much do you know about where we're from?
Considering you are underboard, yes.
Cool. I found out today, well yesterday now, that I am what they call middle dark. And the elves there, some of them can just do this. Unfortunately, I am what is known as once blessed, twice guided. So I could do this anyway, and then whatever's doing this to me and pulls over the hood and shows like the bone protrudes and everything, whatever's doing this to me is something entirely different.
But I have a feeling of what the bone protruding thing going on. Is it similar to what was going on with me?
So give me a knowledge roll. see what you can piece together.
Hope.
So the bone protrusions aren't exactly what you remember from Madden ones. It's probably related in like a family way where like second cousins once removed are technically related, but it's not like in the immediate family of, oh, like they're going insane from like presence of dragon. But the like I'm apparently middle dark, would be from the middle layer of the Underborn, which is where the like merchant noble districts, the most protected part of the Underborn is, because it's in the middle of the woods. It doesn't get attacked from the stuff from the top. It doesn't get attacked from the stuff from the bottom. But saying there's more like me, I'm middle dark. I think with that roll, you put together like a word pops in your head, with it, which is Hynetha. Hynetha, which you would know means guided blessed one. And they're kind of like, from what you know of them, they're kind of like mysterious and mystical. Like they often like work in riddles and read tea leaves and give advice and throw augury and do things to like see the future or go into trances and provide advice to people. But that word pops in your head, Hynetha, and you know it means guided blessed one.
But I have interacted with any of them.
They probably brought you herbs because they are also like healers and mystics in that way. So one or two of them might have been bringing you those to help stave off the madness. That's why probably the word pops into your head.
Okay. He kind of looks at you, not concerned, but like he's recalling something as you say that.
I don't like it when you look at me like that.
Doesn't look like I have to look at you like this either. Hey, me.
What?
You said there was another one of you. Where?
In the snow people, one of them over there, they dress like me as well.
How do you know? I was gone for only a night. What happened?
A lot. Maybe. Do you want to go and deal with that? Because I don't have the emotional, spiritual, or kindness energy to deal with that right now.
Can I tell that Cass is like very bothered right now?
I mean, I don't think they're hiding it.
Path is not hiding it well.
Think, oh god, I don't know, but I think Velcon would like if you're like visibly showing like kind of distress, I think he would take a step forward if you offer up like a hug for you. you're that if you're that visibly distressed, he would offer that to you.
Cass doesn't know what to do in these scenarios, and it's just like it's the most awkward going in for the hug that is very much needed.
He'll kind of like gently cut you to it.
It's like a and while this is happening, is not saying it directly in front of Goose, even though Goose is kind of I think Goose hasn't clocked too much, but is gonna whisper, the person in the tent looks like me.
Alright. We'll get this all sorted out.
Good luck with that.
Wait. The tent. Isn't Marlo in the tent?
No.
Ben?
No.
Okay.
You hear the sound from Pidgey on his, because they're still on Vulcan's horns.
Hang on, what does Pidgey say exactly?
They fuck.
Cool. At this point, Cass is gonna launch herself at Pidgey.
Hey, no fighting!
You stay here. I'm going to go sort out the tent situation.
Cass has currently got hold of Pidgey again, hopefully. Just be like, you shut your fucking mouth now, you shut your fucking... No.
And they just kind of like cock their head and turn for their two eyes to look at you.
If you don't want them saying those words, you shouldn't have taught them those words.
I'm gonna kill a fucking bird, you go and deal with that.
As Velcan walks off towards the tent, we're gonna say that's the break, and see what happens when we get back. Woo! Because, I mean, you did teach a bird about the dragons and the bees.
I didn't think it gonna understand concepts. I feel like Marlo just taught it to say they fuck.
Yeah.
This is gonna haunt me the entire campaign.
Well, with that, we're gonna go to break, get some water, move in place, have fun, and see you in a little bit. Bye! Hello, and thank you for joining us from the break. Velcan, you are heading towards the tent that was pointed out to you by Cass and Goose, but before you get to that tent, Marlo,
Yeah.
would you be awake at this point in the tent?
I mean, this is like still very early?
Yeah, so it's Velcon got back to the cave like a little bit after full dawn, so it's like early morning.
Okay, I think the normal answer is no, but given what has happened, can I don't know, make like a presence roll to see if they would have gotten up early and or been unable to sleep?
Yeah,
there's a lot going on.
So I want to clarify a presence roll to see if they got up early or if they couldn't sleep. Now, are you saying a presence roll is
Okay. Let me rephrase.
Because I was like, a presence roll, maybe
let me-
not the thing you want to try to roll.
Let me rephrase that. There was almost definitely round 2 and 3 and like maybe more. It's been years since we've seen each other, and we've just established this thing. But what would you say is the thing to like, fuck, I can't sleep and I'm gonna wake up and think about this?
Yeah,
Knowledge, instinct?
you're very in your head person, right? You're a storyteller. You probably overthink things. So I would say knowledge, and I would say with disadvantage. The lower your number is, the more likely you are to have been restless and not been able to shut your brain off. The higher your number is, the less you cared in that moment.
Okay. So, and reminding myself, disadvantage is minus a d6.
Yes. Where
Great.
advantage is plus a d6 and disadvantage is minus a d6.
So that would be, and I get a +1 to my knowledge. So that is, what is that?
9.
Yeah, 9.
So yeah.
I think Marlo's awake.
Yeah, I think you're awake. Now, I have a question for you,
Yeah.
right? You already established that they've probably gone multiple rounds in the night leading up to you being restless, right? So even with you being awake and not able to sleep, what state of dress and or undress are you currently in?
Yeah, no, totally. As little as possible, like only enough to, I think somewhere around dawn, Marlo does wake up and tries to extricate themselves from whatever bed, pile of blankets situation and kind of tuck Alonda back in. And then we'll kind of sit quietly in the tent thinking, playing with the puzzle box that she just sent. Presumably it was her, that I haven't opened yet. But like, you know, depending on how warm it is, it's probably like just the underlayer of pants, no shirt, nothing, like, unless it's too cold for that.
I would say it's pretty warm in this tent.
Yeah.
So this is
Yeah,
set
so-
up more like a yurt situation where there's like carpet or padding on the ground, so the cold floor doesn't get to the tent.
I can see you yelling, but I don't know what you said. So Marlo is definitely like only wearing like their innermost layer of pants.
It's just getting worse.
Better.
And I would say because you extricated yourself and tried not to wake her up, I think Aluda is probably still full in the buff and like partially maybe covered by the blankets, depending on like how well you tucked them in when you left.
I mean, as well as I could without moving them or doing something that would wake her up.
Yeah, okay. So that's what we're establishing. You're playing with the puzzle box on the floor in that state of undress. Velcan, are you just going into the tent? How are you approaching this tent as you come to it?
I respect Marlo enough to not just barge right in, but I will. I will get close to the tent, lean my face close to the entrance, and just go, Marlo, if I have to walk in there, I'm going to be very annoyed with you.
Marlo like gives Alonda a look over the shoulder. If that was quiet enough that she's not awake, we'll just kind of stand up holding the puzzle box and go stick their head out the tent. Morning.
Is it? I mean,
No. I guess it is. Yeah.
it's more.
It's a good one. It's a very good one.
I can see. Smell.
Oh yeah, we'll air out the tent later.
Normally I would not care. This is your business. However, I was told that this person is like Cass somehow.
Yeah. Funny thing about that.
I don't like funny things.
I want to preface this by saying that I think my silver tongue experience will apply here, as well as where the shit was it? Never mind. That was and my deft deceiver ability might come into play. Mara just kind of like looks back. Oh yeah, yeah, she's like Cass, but could help and can teach Cass, and well, we were, just
Cass seemed very distressed about the presence of this person here.
And I think from behind you, Marlo, you hear Aluda say, "Marlo, dear one, you can let the Reaper in."
Very well. I kind of like hold back the tent flap, and we'll, if it's one of the things you can kind of like roll and tie it so it stays open, to just get a little airflow in the tent and kind of step out of the way and gesture Velcon in. Come on in, I guess.
And I think she's finishing shrugging into something, so you probably see that scar up her back as she finishes and turns. Would you like some tea?
I would love some. Forgive me, I am Velcon. Although you seem to know of me already.
Well, you did say you know of me too. And she's just kind of like going about making the tea.
Forgive me.
You've seen Cass this morning, and the Goose as well, and oh, jeez, shit! Are you all right? You were gone all night scouting, or somewhere.
Made it back here fine, so I would say so. Thank you for your concern.
Of course.
You above table. Marlo, have I met her specifically before, or do I know of her from you?
Probably. Because I think what we know for sure is that Marlo and Velcon have both kind of talked about the letters that show up and shared some amount of life history. I feel like Marlo's definitely occasionally shown you one of the letters to be like, my sweetie from the Underborn sent me this thing again. Kay, would she have signed her name to the letters? Or would it have been like our pet name for each other, or in code, or something where we're like, do we have a reason to not put our actual names on it?
I think at the beginning you guys probably signed your name, but I think as time went on, you all probably just started like either like making the signature like another little fun game code, or like what you all call each other, or like ending it on a note, like maybe a new pet name, or like something that had to do with what they were telling you.
So I think in this moment, Marlo kind of like sees this moment of confusion and like leans over and just goes, remember the person who writes me the letters? That's her.
Very same.
Yeah.
Okay. Pleasure to meet you. And I will give her a bow of greeting her. Forgive me if it's under less respectable circumstances.
And she kind of gives you a smile. She stays kind of towards the back half of the tent now that the door is open. You can see like it was set up so that it would never face where the sun was either rising or setting, so it is naturally darker. You do also get that same feeling that Cass and Goose did of like Underborn with the like strange glowing crystal minerals kind of giving like faint bluish light in the space rather than like lanterns or torches or anything. And she kind of sits down and starts pouring the tea. You are most welcome. I did not expect to see an Order of the Maddened this far above ground.
Well, you see, since there's no longer anything to guard down there, many of us had to make our way to the surface.
Yes, that does make sense. And she like pours the tea. So without all of her, because she's not full, covered anymore. You do see that same. She is clearly an Underborn elf, kind of angular features. That now that you've kind of been told like this person is like me, and Marlo has said this is the person I was talking about. You can see angular. You can tell she's seen that like fighting or battle of some sort with a scar from the tip of her eye down to the corner of her mouth, and she has like they're messier now, and they're not back in that bun, but she has a bunch of like white, kind of like crystalline hair that's in a bunch of braids with like decorative beading and stuff. It's a little wild, but kind of like naturally falls down in a way. So what can I do for you? I'm sorry, I'm being rude and presumptive since I did see your arrival. I'm Aluda. I'm the leader of First Snow.
Ah, I see. Well, I was told there was another. I'm assuming you've met Cass.
Yes, I have.
Is there a reason? Now, I mean no disrespect, but is there a reason why Cass would be in such distress upon having met you?
And you can see she's trying to gauge like how much you know. Like how much you know around this person that she just met last night and like told that about the gift rather than what she has seen as like she's trying to gauge how much you know about all of that around Cass, and you can see like the wheels kind of turning in her head, and she kind of glances over at you, Marlo.
Oh. Do you remember when we found them, how they'd been sort of turned out of other communities before? And I would just say that I think it is very shocking for Cass to not only meet someone with the same gift, but also someone who labels it correctly, I would add, as a gift rather than as, demon spawn or a curse or whatever sort of bullshit is spewing out of some of the other clusters these days.
I look back to her to see her response. Can I tell? I feel like I can. Can I tell Marlo is trying to smooth over something? Glance over something that I'm not. Like, I'm trying to find an answer. Can I tell Marlo it's like, don't worry about it. This is.
So I have two questions. Marlo, would you say Velcan knows you well enough to kind of suss that out? Or two, are you even trying to hide that you're trying to smooth things over? Is it a smoothing it on both sides where like there are things you don't know and I can't tell you? Or just being like, yeah, look over here.
No, I have a feature specifically for that shit. No, I think so. I think Velcon knows that Marlo doesn't always tell the truth, right? Because we have told the leaders of Kaelstrom any number of things as to like, why we think Cass and Goose are a good idea, or why we're going off scouting in this direction. Like, we've certainly had the shenanigans. So I think Velcon, that Marlo is not always the most forthright. They don't like full on lie too often, but they also don't always tell the truth, especially if they think someone doesn't need to know it. And I think in this moment, just innocent smile, just to like, no, I think Cass was just like really upset discovering all of this, and playing it as smooth as they possibly can, because I think they don't want any other secrets that have been tossed around to go farther than this tent.
Okay. I think I will kind of clock that from you, and as you get done telling me that, I kind of give you the slight enough eyebrow glance of kind of like, I'm going to talk to you later. But more like in the way that it's like, okay, there's something here that I can't know right now, but given the current circumstances, I kind of need to know.
I think you see Aluda like take a sip of tea, and as they go to set it down, just goes, "So, are the children with you? Are they awake?"
Yes, they are awake at the moment. Things what brings you here? I may so inquire.
they kind of like chuckle. I mean, we are the sister cluster of Kalstrom. They asked for our assistance when you all were attacked, and we've provided what we can.
We did send one of our people to go there. Okay. Well, I look to Marlo and I look at them both, and I'm glad the assistance is going fairly well.
Mutual respect and cooperation, would
Just-
you say?
Just for funsies, right? I want you to roll me a d12, right? And you probably want to roll higher than a 6. However, me and probably the audience wants you to roll a 6 or lower.
Sorry, me or Velcon?
Velcon.
Oh, joy. You got this. You got this.
7.
Ah, so close.
Now, Cass and Goose, you sent Velcan to go to the tent. You do see that the tent door is open.
Cass wants to do something else. Depends on what Goose wants to do. But Cass will be doing this on her own.
Well, Goose is definitely going to be sticking around because they're going to go scout with Velcon. They have to come help gather things.
All right, we got that. I can tell you about that.
So yeah, Goose is probably, hung out with Cass, but if Cass has other things to do, Goose will be like, well, I told Velcan, Velcan said I could come along with to help cover things because Iggy and I are really good at finding things and bringing things and collecting things.
Yes, yeah, no, this is good. You can have a different mentor. I'm okay with you having Velcan as a mentor. You should go and do that, actually. I support that heavily. Yes, wonderful. Do you want to go and deal with that? I'm going to go out of the cave for a second.
And I think Goose is going to try and stand on their tippy toes. Can I check your temperature? I think you might be feeling unwell.
Why am I feeling unwell?
Because you're being nice. And you're gonna let me go do what I want to do.
No, I think you should absolutely do that. I'm really happy for you to do what you want to do in this scenario. Yeah.
Okay, and then Goose is gonna go run off.
It's like a smile, but it's like the worst smile about it. Like a.
Now, Goose, are you just gonna go run and wait, or are you going to where Velcon is?
Oh no, yeah, we definitely know that Velcon's at the tent.
Yeah.
Because that's where we sent Velcon. So obviously, but yeah, it's one of those would run and then like remember why we weren't going to the tent and have this like whoa moment like right outside the threshold, and probably can see fully into the tent and everything, and everyone can see them fully standing in the doorway, but they are not entering the tent.
Yeah, so you see Marlowe in the, because he never said he put more clothes on. The state of
nope,
undress
still
that you
shirtless.
described earlier.
Someone has titty out in there. If it's like one of the two has titty out.
Yeah, I was like, it's Marlowe, because Aluna does have some sort of like, not quite like a robe, but more like a wrapping, more toga-esque on. More like loungewear.
Oh my god, I've just remembered Goose doesn't know what sex is. Oh no.
Oh, we sort of.
Yeah, we told them that dragons fuck. So you see Aluna kind of gives like a gentle smile and goes, Goose, would you like some tea?
What flavor is it?
It's the same as, I don't actually think you got to try any of the tea last night. Here. And she pours a cup for you and puts it on the side where Velcan is sitting next to him.
And Goose is gonna look at it. And Goose is gonna look at this Velcan and see if Velcan's been drinking the tea as well. Because we don't just accept food from strangers. We did grow up with fairies. Our fairy, we know.
You'll see a cup in front of Velcan. He will take the cup that was for you, and he will hand it to you outside the tent. It's not bad. Could you give us roughly 7-10 minutes?
Roughly 7 to 10 minutes.
Yes, with you being just a few feet further away.
I think it's really cute that you guys all think that I have a concept of time. And gonna go fuck around and find out, I guess.
Yeah.
They're probably gonna go. Honestly, I think they're gonna go look for, because I was. They are gonna start to go see if they can find Krill anywhere. Because they haven't seen Krill since they got back from their whole little meadow adventure.
Yeah. Velcan, have you actually drank the tea?
Goose?
Well, no. Well, you two.
I'll say I did take a sip of the tea. Yes.
You instantly know what it is. Like it's a pretty well known tea for the Underborn, but it's like exclusively Underborn. So it kind of feels that like familiarness. It's not quite the like bitter medicinal brew that you would kind of choke down to help with the madness, but it is more the kind of like brew that you would pass around to like stay awake on guard or on patrol.
Okay. Yeah, that'll keep Goose up. And then I guess when Goose, I guess goes to fuck around, I'll look back to I forget the name so quickly.
Aluna.
Alunda?
Aluna.
Aluna. It's been a while since I've heard anyone call me a Reaper. You asked why I'm not down there. Why are you not down there? Or rather, what brought you back up here?
I mean, I escaped in the rendering of the dragon's cage, and I've been up here for a while. I was here when Kaelstrom was founded. I helped found First Snow when too many lost souls were in need of comfort in Kaelstrom, and it became too dangerous. And I know it can be unsettling. And she kind of like traces on her where your symbol of the order sits on you. But I think you understand. And she just kind of like look at you for a second and tilt her head. And then she says the word that popped into your head. Hainitha.
Anita. All right. We can talk more after you two are a bit more presentable.
And you see she kind of chuckles as she's like raising the tea to her face to kind of like laugh behind.
Give us 3-4 hours, maybe.
And she kind of like whacks Marlo.
No. It's all right, fine. I, like, start pulling on clothes. Can't blame me for trying. I haven't seen you in I don't know how long.
I'll see you in a few minutes.
Yes, I suppose I should go find my other apprentices.
Yeah, you know, it would be a shame if you lost them, you know, after not choosing. What did I name them? I totally named them something. Yeah, after not
Frill
choosing.
and something, right?
Yeah, after not choosing.
Frillden and Goose.
From the, you know, First Snow applicant. And she's, you can tell, like, her tone hasn't changed, but you, Marlo, can tell she's teasing you.
Well, look, if they had been qualified in the same way that Goose was, then I would have had no choice but to choose them. But you know, can't help it if you didn't take the proper educational books when you left.
And I think she just kind of like laughs into her tea as Velcan kind of like makes his way, giving you an eye where he's like, we clearly need to talk as he leaves. We're going to cut over to Cass. You said you were going to do something. What is that something?
I want to go outside the... Cass is on the verge of a panic attack over this entire situation. Cass is struggling with everything. And it's not that Cass is going outside to get some air. Cass is going outside because it turns out that there is not... Again, she keeps thinking, once blessed, twice guided. So what the hell is it that isn't what she saw there? So she's going to go outside, and her face is still uncovered for once, which doesn't usually happen when she goes outside in the sun, and it's immediately a bad idea because she's not meant to be out in the sun. And she's going to stand outside the opening of the cave and just whisper, not yell, because she knows that's unsafe, but whisper, start talking. And she's reaching out to what it is that's guiding her.
Roll me a instinct roll.
Instinct roll, okay. Oh, it's so bad! It's so bad, that's a 10! Can I use, because experience, naturally discerning on top of that, which is a +2?
Yes, but it wouldn't help you, so I don't know that you want to spend the whole for it. It's low enough. I don't know that the +2 would actually help.
No, then I won't do that.
instead, what I think happens is we're going to kind of have a back and forth here. What Marlo sees happen in the tent is Aluda puts down her teacup and kind of like naturally falls into that like meditation stance Marlo has often seen her kind of fall into. And the eyes kind of like go over with that opalescence bioluminescence. It gets sparkly and pretty. And
Marlo is going to stop dressing and like grab whatever writing implement and piece of paper are closest and like sit down next to her.
Yeah, and I think what happens is you're trying to get in contact with whatever the thing is, and I think you think maybe you got an answer, you kind of like fall into the vision, and anyone looking at you would see your eyes take on that same sheen as you stand in place. And I think instead of managing to reach that dragon, what instead you find is yourself in that same like star ethereal bioluminescent floater space, and sitting in like a meditation position in front of you is Aluda.
I wasn't looking for you.
I understand, but your politely panic reached out to me.
I don't need your help, respectfully, with this one.
And you see her kind of give her bow. If you believe that, I will be here when you do need it. And you come out of that.
Oh, no, before. She's gonna... Wait. Twice guided. How do I talk to the other one?
Need to learn to control it first.
We don't have that time. We've had a dragon attack a day ago.
There's always a dragon attack a day ago, a week ago, a month ago.
Question. The things that you see. Does anything ever tell you to run?
There's a sense of danger coming. There's, if I go left, I'll get hurt. If I go right, I won't be. I can go out at night.
I don't mean, does anything tell you a thing to run?
That would be your other guide.
And that's why I need to speak to them.
Yes, and to do that, you need to learn to control it first.
I don't have time, and then I'm gonna try and leave.
I don't think you like try to leave, but you can't figure out how to do it. And I think she just kind of like looks at you, and you can see the kind of like very patient, almost again maternal like look on her face, and she's like,
I'm like a teenager trying to, like a 22-year-old teenager trying to flounce out of the room,
yeah.
But there's no door, so I'm just trying to flounce.
Well, there's also no sense of like gravity or like ground under you. And
that
again,
just makes the flouncing better. It's
yeah,
sort of...
you see that maternal look, and she just kind of like waits a beat and goes, I know it feels like that, but again, I will always be here for when you're ready for it. And then you come out of it, and you're standing in the entranceway of the cave. And Marlo, you see Aluda come out of her trance.
What happened?
It wasn't one of the visions. She's panicking.
Well, that's not unexpected. I really don't think we should tell her. I don't.
I think it will be worse if she finds out on her own.
Okay, well, should we just rip the Band-Aid off, or do we want to try to dance around? Do you want to, like, share this with her in vision space? Because she might believe you, or...
I I don't know how receptive she is to visions right now.
Okay. Well, the other thing we could do, and like Marlo kind of stands up and begins like pacing a little bit, getting very animated. I could make it tonight's campfire story, and I'll anonymize it. We'll just make sure we don't say any names, but we'll tell the story of a great love from the before times, before the dragons came, and
I think
and
as you're
just,
getting
like, this
yourself
on one.
Yeah, as you get yourself worked up, she like lets you start like pacing and doing this, and then as you pass by her, she'll reach out and kind of like grab your hand. Perhaps we just try talking with her over a meal.
Takes all the drama out of it, but okay.
I'm sure she'll provide plenty of drama once she knows.
Fair point. I really, now that Kelstrom is relatively safe, I suppose I should actually find my apprentices, as much as I don't want to leave here.
Here until Kelstrom actually gets back on their feet.
Well, then I hope you can get through to her, because I'm fairly certain she's going to avoid me all day. And Marlo kind of, grabs the rest of their clothes, like they've only gotten like a couple layers on, grabs the backpack full of books and the puzzle box and the letters, and then like awkwardly balancing all of this.
So many things.
Right? Just kind of bends down to kiss Aluda, like right on her scar on her cheek, and goes off to find Velcon.
Yeah, and so we're gonna bounce over to Goose Goose. Goose Goose, you said you were gonna go look for Krill.
Yeah, I'm also looking for all of the apprentices.
I mean, there's only 2 other ones. You are one of them. That's
Right.
an easy
I
one
found
to
me.
find. Yeah. Goose Goose is found.
Goose Goose present, Pidgey present.
So I don't know that you find Krill. Krill still seems to be MIA.
Shit.
Oh yeah, like that's why we're looking.
Yes, but you do find Din, who is the other apprentice. He's trying to help kind of sort through the crates that you brought in last night.
Oh good, I'm glad somebody can check out those titles. Hey Din Din.
Hey, Goose Goose.
Have you seen Krill?
And you see, like, there's a flash of, like, you've seen something similar on the faces of, like, cult members when you're like, hey, where's Bob? And then you, like, see, like, that same flash, and then they, like, go all smiles, like, oh, like, he went on a trip, he'll be back soon. You see that kind of same flash.
And then he's never back.
And then he's never back soon. And then you just stop asking. Or you get distracted. But yeah, you see that same like flash of what we know to be sadness, whether or not Goose Goose recognizes that as sadness. And she they kind of take like a deep breath and go, I don't know. I don't know.
But you haven't seen them?
No, they haven't come here at least.
Do you want to go ask the trees?
And they kind of like give you a look.
Motorcycle Dave says when you need to talk to the plants, you talk to the trees. So maybe if we talk to the trees, we could be like, hey trees, have any of your fruits rolled to a little gnome? Because I think that's how that works.
And they still just kind of look at you a little weird, but they kind of, you can also see they're at a loss for like any other way to find Krill. And they're like, sure, do you want to help me with these and then we can go ask a tree?
Are you asking this in the way that I should say yes and help you first? Or are you saying this in the way that you don't want to do this either and you wouldn't go find Krill?
In a second. Yeah, I know, but Marlowe's gonna be here and then he's gonna get mad.
Well,
And I hate it when he's mad.
Marlo lost me and Krill. That's 2 out of 3 apprentices that they lost. So like,
I mean,
maybe...
technically also lost me. I have no idea where Marlo was.
So Marlo lost all of their apprentices and all of the papers that we had, and I think that we need to be good apprentices and help us find each other to help Marlo.
And you see them think about it for a second and then shrug and go, yeah, that makes sense. Let's go. In the way that, like, teenagers can egg each other on into bad decisions.
This isn't a bad decision, though. We're gonna find Krill.
Yeah, totally. So, how do you go about finding a tree to ask?
Well, I definitely, like, walk by the tent and, like, do a little peek in to make sure I am still needing to be gone for my 7 to 10 minutes. And then we're literally just gonna go find the nearest tree.
Yeah, I mean, there's a little bit of a clearing around where the, like, cave entrance is, and then it's just, like, forests down the side of the mountain. So it's not hard to find a tree.
Well, we're gonna go to the first one, and we're gonna do exactly like Motorcycle Dave did. And Goose will even get, like, the same posture going and do that little, like, frontward walk as they're walking up to the tree. And we're gonna put our hand on it, and then I guess I should probably roll my thingy.
Mm-hmm.
Figure out my thingy was again. Yeah, that's like a 20 after I add stuff.
Yes.
Nice. So yeah, we will put our hand on it and we'll go. Hello, tree. What are your pronouns and name? And is it okay that I touched you? Good morning.
Aren't I supposed to be getting ready to sleep for the winter? Is it spring already?
Yes. I saw some poppies earlier and they seemed good, so I guess it's so.
Is there something I can do for you, small one?
Have you happened to, well, you know, if you've been asleep, maybe not, you probably didn't see any other ones. Do you, you know anyone who's been awake?
I mean, the cold tells us to go to sleep, so probably off the mountain.
Okay. Well,
Or nosy, Mr. Tree is always awake.
Mr. Tree. I don't really have, like, a nose. It's just kind of a... But, yeah,
I don't have eyes.
That's fair. I've got eyes. I have a bird that has 3 eyes. Maybe Pidgey could give you one of theirs, and then you could see.
I don't know how I would see.
I don't either. Where do your roots? Are you root touching with Mr. Tree? How can I find Mr. Tree?
And you see their like branches rattle a little bit, and you see like around them where the other trees are, their branches rattle and kind of like touch some of the leaves of the others, and you just see the rattling like progressively, like a stone was dropped into water, just kind of like rattle out. And then I've asked, we should get a response here soon. Are you sure I should be awake?
Yeah, I guess you could take a nap again. Thank you.
Okay.
And then Goose is gonna look back at Din and be like, "Come on, Din, we gotta go follow the trees." That one said that we need to talk to Mr. Tree, and that Mr. Tree might have been awake when all the things happened, and they could help us find Krell.
How are we gonna find Mr. Tree in a forest of trees?
Because I can talk to all the trees, and the trees are helping us find Mr. Tree.
We're gonna be here a while.
It'll be worth it.
Yeah. And you can see them kind of like looking around like for an adult.
Surely Velcon is around, right? Fuck.
Yeah, you didn't go very far. You walked to the first tree and went, "Hey, what's up?"
Yeah, no, like literally right outside. So if you walk out of the tent that Goose did just peek into before going off to do something bad, very much like you're a toddler who looks at the teacher and goes, before they just push the cookies off the counter. Yeah, very much just there talking. So if Velcron comes out of the tent, it's not going to be hard to miss.
Okay. Yeah. Oh god. I think Velcon had originally planned to like look around and see if the other scouts had spoken to Erica already. Because I was clearly distracted. And now I am distracted again because there's a wild goose leaving the cave for whatever reason after we just got her back.
I mean, at least Goose didn't go far this time. Walked up to a tree.
Where's Kaz like in relation to like? Are you like just outside the cave too?
Just outside.
Okay.
I think they flounced out of the dreamscape as well, so it's like even then, like they couldn't flounce out, so they were just like on the way out. So you might see Cass do a full like.
Yeah, like you come and you're like mid spaz, and you actually go through whatever you were trying to do there.
I will walk toward. Goose, love her, love them, handful. We'll walk towards Cass. Goose is in my vision. I will walk towards Cass.
Goose disappears into the trees.
Not very far, because you did say you're gonna ask every tree where Mr. Tree is.
It's again like a toddler walking down the halls, and we're just touching our hands on every tree and just, Mr. Tree, Mr. Tree, Mr. Tree, Mr. Tree.
Cass will spin round to see Velcon like, hello, hi.
Hello. Do you have another one? Just now.
Different.
We have to run again.
No, that one isn't talking to me right now. I can't believe those are words I have to say. That one isn't talking to me right now.
Okay.
If I could give you a better answer, I would be giving you a better answer. Unfortunately, these are the answers that I have.
I know. We've gone a whole day without talking about your visions, and now there's a something talking to you now.
The way it was described was once blessed, twice guided.
He told you that, I'm guessing.
That would be a Luna who told me that, yeah.
Aruna. I see. I'm going to talk with them again.
Cass is bringing the bottle of grey liquid out. Do you want some of this? It genuinely helps.
Ha!
What is this again?
Velcon, you recognize this as the distilled shroom concoction that Carl made recently. The last time you had it, you maybe lost your sight for a little bit.
I'll take it. I'll look at Cass. I'll look to where Goose was last seen. Can I still see them from where I am?
There are a lot of trees to touch. It's gonna take a while.
Okay. I'm like, no, I can't take this down. I kind of need my vision right now.
Oh, what? You went blind?
But yeah, have you not gone blind?
No, they did say it could happen. I think I'm just built different.
You certainly are different, yes. Here you go, you have it back.
I'm gonna take a swig again.
Roll me a strength react roll.
Straight react roll. How do I do that?
So you just roll strength, but hope and fear don't count.
Cool, I'm gonna use my elf ancestry to mark a stress to get advantage on the reaction roll.
Yep, so you add a d6.
Add a d6, which is gonna be here. Cool.
So we'll roll me one more d12. So you don't count hope or fear, but you still roll it.
One more d12, you're right.
Okay, yeah.
Ow.
You going, I
Wow.
didn't do it last time. I must be built different. Sip. Blind.
Spontaneous.
Like, Cass is like, oh shit, this is actually fun. Yeah, I can't see anything.
Yeah, just walk right back to the tent. We'll be fine.
Okay. Nice. Okay, come on, follow me. We're gonna take
You can
you.
just leave me here. I was planning on staring into the distance anyway, so I can just do that when I can't see.
Literally stare into the void.
Okay, we're going to let you do that just slightly more inside the cave.
Oh, cool, I can just walk backwards, it's fine. And I'm gonna start walking backwards.
Okay. I just want to clarify. You're blindly walking backwards into a tent very full of people and things. Cool. Give me.
I'm not gonna let them walk. I watch them walk. Take a couple steps backwards. I see where it's going to go. I'm like, Cass, stop.
Sometimes you also have to let me make my own bad decisions, Velcom. That's something
You made one already. I'm not
You
making-
stopped them from hitting the back of their knees on an open crate that has like a bunch of like uncomfortable looking various like metal bits that Dee Dee is looking through.
This is not a mistake you want to make anyway.
And you cast feel like a hit on your lower back.
I do. Sorry, my bad.
Told you. So you could just stay here with Dee Dee as your company until you regain vision. I want to talk to you more about your visions, but
I think every time that you want to talk about the visions right now, I'm going to take another sip of this, and I'm still holding it. I'm probably going to take this.
no, look here. I gotta go get Goose and bring them back before they wander off too far.
This is gone.
Not yet. They got a couple. They're
Even
touching
blind.
trees.
Even blind, you see Cass look in your direction with that look of, if this isn't fixed soon, there's going to be a problem, is the face that you get.
Give me that look. You can't even look at me properly right now.
I can hear where your voice is coming from.
And I think as Velcan walks away, Dee Dee was given the job of looking after a blind Cass. So, Cass, I think you feel yourself being yanked down into a sitting position by this box. And Dee Dee just starts, like, putting things in your arm for you to hold. Alright, it was turn. Okay.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I got it.
And you hear tinkering sounds next to you, and occasionally makes you hold something that probably you can't fit with all the other things she's making you hold. And occasionally we'll put something in your hand and like adjust your hand to hold it the way they need to be able to do whatever it is they're doing.
I'm going to allow something in this that Dee Dee definitely knows and can move the gloves to use the extra appendages to hold things.
And I don't even think she like blinks at it. I think she just utilizes.
Sorry, extra appendages? Just full-on extra hands?
Quite.
Or great, love it.
So
Little fucking alien mouths coming out of the center of your palm. Jesus.
But yeah, so Cass is very occupied while you Velcan go off, and I think Goose has gotten maybe 10 feet from the tree, the start of the tree line.
Hong Hong.
Hong Kong! Hong Kong?
Goose.
Hong
Hong Hong.
And then Goose just kind of peeks around, so it's just like this long neck. You see the matted hair kind of falling over. Hong Kong!
Where are you going?
I gotta talk to the trees. We gotta find Mr. Tree because we're gonna use Mr. Tree to find Krill.
Find who? Oh. They're still missing.
Yeah, Din Din said that they didn't see them. And that Marlo lost us all, so I thought that maybe we could help Marlo, by finding us all.
Okay.
And I found me, and I found Din Din. Well, Motorcycle Dave found me, but then I found Din Din, and now Din Din and I are gonna go find Krill.
Okay, by yourselves.
Well, we're with each other.
I see that.
You see on Din's face this look of like relief of being found by an adult. I made a terrible mistake kind of face, agreeing to this.
Goose, what did I agree you could do later on with me?
Well, we were gonna go searching, but then you told me to wait 7 to 10 minutes, so I found something to do.
You're doing the thing that we were going to do together.
No, we were gonna go, I think, the other way. I'm just talking to the trees.
Okay.
You just see Din like standing slightly behind Goose, being like, I also have, like, just gesturing like, I have no idea what I have no idea what's going on.
Okay. Would I have heard any? Is there any like report or knowledge of where the last apprentice was last seen with who? Anyone like that at all?
Did you see him in a burned pile of corpses?
Did I see the body of this last?
So the person who would have the information that's been, gathering and tracking of that would be Erica. She's been trying to compile a list of like, oh, we saw this person get picked up and ripped apart, so they're obviously dead until proven otherwise. And we don't know where this person is. We do know where this person is. And that guy saw him burned to death.
Did the people I was with have like a decent idea of who the bodies were? 27 bodies. Most of them anyway.
You could probably piece together who a lot of them were if you had either people who knew them, because again, dragons are carnivores, but they don't care if they eat carrion, so they will eat dead things. So they've probably been munching on the bodies for a while. So, in the way that, like, when coyotes get a hold of a body, they kind of, like, pull it apart and scatter it so they can all eat their own thing in peace.
Yeah.
You could if you took the time to go through and not just be like, this roughly number of body parts roughly makes 23 to 27 people, maybe, if we're counting, which is what you did last time.
You want to match them up, just start puzzling together.
Yeah, you could attempt this strange body puzzle if you want.
I don't think I would do that much work. That would take way too long. Okay. Okay. Goose. So we're gonna go back to the cave. We're gonna talk to Erica and see if we can figure out where the last apprentice is. And we'll include him in our search.
Okay.
Cool. All right, let's go.
I think at that point, as you walk back with Goose through the trees, is where Marlo, if you want, you have finished getting dressed, and you can come out of the tent as they come back.
I mean, they absolutely were not fully dressed leaving the tent. Like, still it's like, pants and like one shirt, but there's multiple layers to go on. They're just carrying a bundle of clothes, like the backpack over one shoulder and like the puzzle box hanging out of the pocket.
Cass, you don't know why, but you get this sudden feeling that you're very glad you're blind.
Only showing like some, I don't know, arms. Like, come on.
Yeah, but it would just remind them that they fuck.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Cass is just incredibly grateful. Honestly, the grey juice is the greatest thing that's ever been given to her.
I would probably, do like the little quick side to side. Are my apprentices here? Oh well, I should find Cass.
Well, you do see Goose and Velcan coming out of the trees and heading.
Is Din with us still?
Yes, and Din is like trailing behind Goose.
So there you go, 2/3 of us.
I guess I will, like, still kind of like putting clothes on. We'll go meet them.
And Din does look like chastised by teacher. Like,
look, the lesson is if you come back with a good story, or if Felcon brings you back, then we're fine.
Yes.
Goose, where were you going?
To find Krill.
we were talking to the trees.
Oh! Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right, let's grab Cass on the way and then go find them.
Oh, you're gonna come. Well, Falcon said that we had to go talk to Erica first.
Fair enough.
Cass is without sight right now.
My God, she got into the mushroom liquor again. Well, not again, but got into it. Okay, well, it only lasts a few hours, I think, right? I don't remember.
He's watching over them. So, for whatever.
I mean, let's walk and talk. Like, we'll start going to find Erica. For a number of reasons, Goose, don't worry, everything's fine. But for a few reasons, I just feel like it's probably better if we're gonna go somewhere if you bring Cass along. Not least because if we all go, she's gonna yell at me a lot about putting Goose in danger or probably something like that. So we'll talk to Erica, and then you can carry her or something. And we'll all go and we'll find my wayward apprentice.
Oh, this Cass was going to come along, but just right now, I do not feel like.
I'll guide
holding
her.
the blind.
I'll guide her. I've led people that were sightless somewhat before. It'll be fine.
going to blind cast, right? You are going to lead cast.
Yeah, sure, why not?
All right, I'll be right here.
Great.
I'll wait for you.
Great. Well, no, we'll let's go talk to Erica and do whatever you need to do there, and then we'll pick up Cass on our way.
Okay.
And you do have to walk past where Cass is to get to the back of the cave where Erica is. And you can see Dee Dee has just used them kind of a second arm to just like put. It's not clear what Dee Dee is putting together yet, but fully using Cass as like an adjustable like additional set of hands to like put.
Well done being useful, even minus one of your senses.
I'm gonna hit you so hard.
What did I do?
You're being encouraging, I hate it.
Terrible job being useful to Dee Dee, who's an extremely important member of the cluster. Why would you ever do that? Stop.
Just stop. Just stop. For the first time, everyone can know what the appendage is. Because her gloves have like been moved a little bit because they need the extra space. You see that there are spikes from the base of Cass's palm that go down here.
Okay, like from wrist down. I was like, how the fuck do we not see those with the gloves like poking through? But they're that okay.
The other way.
Yeah,
They're
so
like
for
soft
like
spikes?
frame of reference, like a reptile who, you know how they have those like additional like little hooky things that come off the like and go down, something like that maybe.
Neat
Has
trick.
Cass shown that to anybody at all?
No, Cass hasn't shown anyone that before.
Okay.
Slight correction. Not intentionally shown Aluda, because remember when you were in that.
Aluda has seen it.
Aluda has seen it all.
That's a neat trick.
And we're walking.
A neat trick.
Yeah. I'm gonna not say anything and just like it's the like as we keep walking by, Marlowe's head just kind of like slowly keeps Cass centered in their vision as they keep walking until they're almost walking backwards, and then they turn around.
As we're walking out, Velkar will looks good, Cass.
Thank you. Thanks.
I just. But yeah, Erica's pretty easy to find because they kind of have like taken up a large corner of like the very back of this cave. They have all their like topography maps spread out. A couple of them have like some like crisping or burning on the edges. And they've gathered some stones from outside the cave and used them as kind of like markers to like rough out like where those who are still either who are still listed as missing like were last seen. They do not look like they've slept this entire time.
You all do know that not sleeping is not going to help you find them any faster.
I mean, I'm doing my best. Everyone has a question all the time right now.
All right, well, I have one more for you.
Let me get the list. And they turn around and like go to like a small stack of papers and they like grab it and turn back around to like the kind of like makeshift table they had made with the maps. Alright, who do you have a question about?
Well, for one, to verify, we have at least 27 dead.
Yay. And then you can tell like this sarcastic, like very drained, like yay, and just kind of like makes a note at the top of the paper.
And do we have any idea on the whereabouts of Marla? What is her name again? I forget names so often.
Krill, my
Krill.
other apprentice. Have they made it onto the list?
That was the one from Blind Eagle, right?
Yeah.
Oh, and you can see them shuffling, and these are haphazard notes made as people have like given them information. So like it's not like a list with like notes neatly to. It is like if you took a big piece of paper and used it kind of like sticky notes, where like they're like the notes are like going in all directions, and then it was like, oh, cross this out. Someone actually saw them get eaten by a dragon, so they're not actually alive. And you see, just keep sorting through the people. The last time anyone saw Krill, they were trying to get under one of the knocked over vehicles, and their foot boot was in the mouth of one of the dragonlings. That's the last time I saw them. No one saw if they actually got pulled out by them. No one saw if they got away from them. That's the last note I have here of them.
Thank you. Look, we're going to go look for her. Goose is, as you might understand, rather upset. But, and I'm gonna kind of like kneel down and like put an arm over their shoulder. I will give them one of my 2 inspirational words tokens, so she can clear a stress, clear a hit point, gain a hope, and kind of get down and more quietly, so you know no one but the people around us can hear. Erica, you're doing marvelously, but you cannot help anyone if you cannot function.
I know. I need them.
No. Just here. No more questions. We're gonna just walk over here and like just start kind of like guiding her towards like a bedroll in a quiet corner, and we're gonna not answer any questions because you are doing a great job. You're doing your best, but everyone will be okay if you sleep.
As you say, everyone will be okay if you sleep. You see like 2 or 3 people coming from like different areas of the cave, and one coming
I just
from the cave that all
hold out
look
the
like they're
hand and
going.
like I glare at all of them. No. Aluda is here. I will tell everyone to direct questions to her for the next 4 hours while we search, and you get the rest that you desperately need and deserve.
I mean, they're already asleep.
And I just like carefully tuck them in, and like, yeah, as I will turn around and like anyone who's coming to ask a question, just like, nope, wrong person, and start sweeping them with me to a different part of the cave, encouraging to like you can ask Aluda, she's right outside in the tent or nearby, or like literally anyone else in Kaelstrom that might have an answer. Like, go fucking bother someone else. Leave this.
Yeah, and I mean, I do think you see at this point, Aluda is back in their full like covered gear and has kind of like set up on like a stool outside of their tent, like drinking tea, like making themselves visible.
Just start pointing people in that direction and like physically blocking anyone who's trying to get to Erica.
Yeah, and you can tell Erica was not exaggerating, because you probably like are shooing like 10, 15 people who had like started all going there at different points, and like go ask a question to like out like that way. Go ask that way.
I will like go through like find like a clean piece of paper or parchment, find like a writing utensil, and just write a big note of go ask Aluna.
Hang a little "Do Not Disturb" sign.
Yeah.
On the
And I, like I said, Aluda has made herself like visible, so it's easy to find her. I think anyone who's like, who's Aluda, would probably anyone around them who had been there before the break of first snowstorm, hailstorm to be like, them? Like, what do you mean who's alluding? Them! But yeah, so we went from the search for Goose Goose to the search for Krill. And as you all leave with the information that Erica has given you to go search for Krill, we're gonna end the episode there as you leave.
And with blind Cass in tow.
Yeah, blind Cass in tow.
Just being led along.
Din just kind of trailing behind, like, this is my life, I guess. We're gonna end it there.
I think we should just let Cass disassociate for a further period of time. I think we should just allow that.
I mean, it will probably happen. You're blind. You don't have anything else to do. But thank you so much. Oh, yes, go on.
I would ask Marlo, are they comfortable with their other apprentice tagging along?
I like look at Din. Do you want to? It'll be a good story for your own personal bank.
I mean, we should probably find the other one. It feels
That's not the
bad
question,
not to
Din.
look for
The
them.
question is, do you want to?
And you Goose Goose, you see them look to you, and you know they want to go do it, but you also know that they can't say they want to do it more than sorting the books, which is what you found them doing when you asked if they wanted to go look for Krill. Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
You hear blind Cass there from the back, completely deadpan, and consent is really important.
Okay, I have to ask for the roll one more time real quick then. And this time, because Cass said it, I'm gonna have you roll just a d12. Again, you want a 7 or more. However, I and the audience want a 6 or less.
Okay, I'm doing it.
Yes! Right as you're like, consent is important, Pidgey lands on your shoulder and go, they fuck! And flies off. And that's where we're gonna end the episode. As you all go search for Krill. Thank you so much for joining us this episode. We've had a ton of fun.
Oh my God.
Welcome to the land of the dragons. This has been a tons of fun. And to close us out, we're gonna let our players talk a little bit about themselves. Critter, what are you up to? Where can people find you?
I'm Critter, they, them. You can find me on the internet on The Roll Report and writing and producing for Unbalanced Encounters, available wherever you find your podcast. You can also catch my voice on Night Shift Season 2 and The Oracle, available also where you find your podcasts or cool audio dramas. And every other Thursday, starting at 3:30 Eastern, you can find me on twitch.tv/D8Dungeon playing rotating DM's Curse of Strahd. Come watch us do this, except probably with less sex and more violence.
I don't know, it's D&D.
And it's Strahd!
Quinn, what are you up to? Where can people find you?
I'm glad we're starting with me. I'm sorry, it's Strahd. If there's no fucking, I don't want to be there. I'm sorry. Anyway.
It's not She is the Ancient, it's like normal Strahd, but we'll see.
We'll find out. I'm gonna watch it. Hello, my name's Quinn. I use any and all pronouns. You can find me at Quinn Rolls Dice. Also, PancakeX_cos if you like cosplay things, which is what I also do. I have many things going on at any given point, but just come and vibe with me on social media right now. I am on most places that you can find things. I have some things coming up, but they actually aren't out yet. I'll tell you when they are, though, so that'll be good.
Awesome. And Balthier, where can people find you? What are you up to?
Hello, I'm Bob here, or JB. You can find me on Discord as Bob here. You can find me at my link tree at Kindred Soul. I occasionally do funny voice acting challenges on Instagram. I'm still very cryptic. We haven't fixed that yet. Getting there.
Hey, we already fixed a little bit. We got you to get a link tree.
There's that. There's that. Progress is being made slowly.
Awesome. And Irvi, what are you up to? Where can people find you?
Hi, hello, I am Irvi Fitz. My pronouns are they, them. Here for a good time and a long time. You can find me across the internet at Irvi Fitz. I'm the only one out there, I promise I checked. But mostly like Blue Sky, TikTok. You can also find me on Start Playing, where I'm doing a lot of games over there. And then otherwise, we're hanging out on the Rollers Joint, playing tons of Blood of the Clock Tower and doing a bunch of other who knows it's and what's it's. But check it out on social media if you really care.
Sorry, my mouse died for a second. It wouldn't let me unmute. Hi, I'm Kayla, just KD of Dalliance. Just check out the link tree. I promise I do way too many things. I'm a chronically overbooked, overworked queer person. And I do 13 things the last time I counted.
So many things.
Kay, please sleep. Kay, can you please sleep for like 5 minutes? I promise it's good for you.
Yeah. Do we need to have the intervention that we had with Erica with you?
It's fine. I schedule in sleep occasionally. I just exist in this ethereal place of work. It's fine. But thank you so much for joining us for this episode 3. Go ahead and if you're like, I have no idea what's going on, go check out the YouTube channel at Paracosm Entertainment Live. All of the VODs are there. And join us, not next week, but the week after on Tuesday, the same time and place. And find out what happens in the search for Krill.